Hi there, welcome back. Today we're having a look at your gifts. And Spirit have told us that we have two types of gifts. So the first one is what they call your base gifts. And these are gifts that you chose to endow yourself with for this lifetime. And these are gifts that are with you always. And it could be a whole range of gifts that you've brought through, from what you might see as very small to what you might see as very large. And just be aware that a small gift may be very, very beneficial to somebody else. Even though you call it small, they may not. So your gifts could be, for example, abilities that you brought through. So you may have an ability in music or sport or writing or management. You may have brought through gifts of personality traits. So you may be very kind or very generous or very good at listening, for example. A whole range of gifts that you've brought through there. If you were to take the time and stop and have a look, you've probably got a lot more than you actually realize. The only issue to be aware of is that some people bring through too many gifts and they find it very hard to deal with them, and they try to juggle them and they find it quite confusing and find the way forward a bit difficult because they don't know what to do with all their gifts that they brought through. If you feel this may be you, and in my experience, it isn't a huge number of people, but if you feel this is you, then it's probably a good idea to have a word with your higher self and or your guides and work out which are the most important gifts for me to retain this lifetime, and which ones can I let drop away that are not so important for what my purpose is this particular lifetime. Now, the second kind of gifts are what Spirit called transient gifts. And these are gifts that you are given for a period of time. So that depends on the person and that depends on the particular gift. So they may be here for a few hours or they may be here for a few years. And these are the kind of gifts that you haven't always had, and then you use these gifts and then you don't feel that you need to carry on and use them within your life. And again, it could be a whole host of different gifts that you have been given for a period of time. So for example, you may feel called to write a book, and you write a book and you get it out into the world, and then that feels like it's enough. You may be mentoring somebody for a period of time. You may take up a hobby and join a club where your ultimate purpose, which you may or may not realize, might be to raise the vibration of the organization itself. And then you've done that and then you move on. So with regard to transient gifts, we don't know when they're coming, but we just need an openness and don't need to necessarily question them. We just need to trust our gut instinct that this is something that we've been given. Spirit believes it's a good thing for us to have. Let's use it to the best of our ability, and then it will fall away when its time comes. So the main purpose of our gifts is for us to imagine they're seeds. So for us to plant them and to let them grow and to let them develop. And as that happens, then we grow in our own vibration, and that helps our own personal and spiritual growth. And it helps the growth of other people who tap into our vibration. And then ultimately, it helps the ascension of the planet. So there we go, a quick overview. Not so much you need to do about it other than if you've brought through too many, but it's just an awareness raising exercise that Spirit have decided to give us today. Good to see you. Hopefully we'll see you in the next one.